Hello again, friends. Brian Noe with you from Cards of Light, Bright Blessings of the Tarot for 3-Card Thursday for April 28th, 2022. Good to be with you once again. As I mentioned Sunday, I wanted to talk just a couple minutes this time around about my approach to reading the cards. I've got a post up on the weblog at brightblessingstarot.com if you'd like to check that out, and I'll link to that here with the video as well. But the heart of the matter is that I don't see that there's anything magic about tarot cards. And nothing particularly spooky or strange or anti-intellectual about this practice. The magic is all up here in our minds, and particularly in our unconscious minds. The way I see the cards working, or at least my approach to them and the way that I work with them, is that we have on the table these positions that are supposed to represent certain ideas or certain time frames, something along those lines. And we toss down a tarot card, and it's got this evocative image there, and it sort of jars stuff loose from our unconscious minds. It opens up our creativity. And it helps us to access information that we might not get to otherwise, and opens us up to thoughts that we might just miss. Sometimes it can be, information that isn't helpful, but a lot of times it is really helpful. And so that's basically the way that I work with the cards, the way that I think they work, or at least that they do for me. And you can also get into this whole thing of the collective unconscious. Is there some sort of connection there between all of our minds and between all of the minds of everyone who has ever lived and those of us who are here now? We can argue all of those sorts of points. But even if all the cards do is just spark creativity, get us looking at situations and problems from a little bit different perspective, then I think that they're worth spending some time with. Let's go to the table for our 3-card spread here. Oh, I should mention too, if you've got ideas or thoughts or questions about anything that I just said, please either leave a comment here with the video or pop on out to the weblog and let me know. Okay. A daunting 3-card spread for this week. We've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the 8 of Cups. So all three are pip cards here this time around, and from 3 different suits. So let's see them one by one here. Ace of Wands. This is the card of, wands are the suit of the spirit, of fire, of passion, of desire. And aces are obviously the first card in the suit, but they sort of represent the seed or the germ or the very first thought of the expression of the suit. And so this is like the spark of desire. It's not even a fire yet exactly, it's just that potential. So I think what we've got here coming into this situation at the beginning is some really strong creative energy, possibly sexual energy coming into the picture. So we'll see where that goes and how it expresses itself and manifests in the real world. That's really the question. So, but strong energy to start here. Then we've got the 10 of Swords, and Crowley styles this one Ruin. I think of this card as faulty reasoning or logic, sort of just not thinking clearly, and also as maybe disturbance in the mind, but also as absolutely the end of something, like I am absolutely so over this, that sort of feeling when you're like, just, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. And so it can also then take those two things together, can sort of mean that we're coming to the end of our illusions in some area of our lives. So, faulty reasoning or illusions that we've had being just dispelled, getting to the end of that, and seeing things as they really are. And I felt very strongly when I turned this card up that was what it indicated, that all of the illusions are breaking up. We're going to see the picture much more clearly. And then we get over here to the Eight of Cups, and he styles this indolence, but I think that it's not just laziness or ennui or whatever. It is walking away. Sometimes that can mean leaving something undone, leaving a project unfinished, leaving in the middle of something, giving up on something, maybe something that we worked really hard on, or maybe something that still has a lot of potential, but we're just abandoning it and walking away. And sometimes that can be a good thing. And in this case, my intuition tells me that energy, that it is good. It's time to move on from something here, because we've got this card in the middle that's talking about, being just finished with illusions and faulty thinking and all of that. We've got this spark of passion at the beginning, and then we've got this sort of just, letting something die on the vine, just abandoning it, walking away from it. And so I think the key to this is, get in touch with that passion, get in touch with the stuff that really matters most to us. Be willing to give up, the notions that just don't work and don't make any sense, and that maybe have been frustrating us for a while. And also be ready to walk away from something and to move forward. So I think that is the energy expressed in these three cards. And it's not bad advice, really, regardless of the situation. What in this case, I'm feeling very strongly that that's the vibe I get from these. When I first turned these up, it was like, I don't like this picture. But a lot of times when we're having to face the things that, decisions that we don't want to make, that's the way we feel. So I'd love to hear what you think about this card spread, or about anything I've said. If this is resonating with you, love to hear that. If you are a reader and see these differently, I'd like to know what you think about that as well. You can either leave comments here with the video or pop on out to the weblog at brightblessingstarot.com. And don't forget to check out that blog post that I mentioned earlier. Got a little more detail on how I approach the cards. So I will be back with you on Sunday for our Sunday morning spread. I hope that in the meantime that you are healthy and happy and safe and taking care of yourself.